also commonly eaten in places like Australia and New Zealand and potentially some other countries as well. Now, it's not certain when these originated, but I think most agree that the first description of crumpets like this was somewhere in the 18th century, so a couple hundred years ago. They are typically consumed for breakfast or lunch, and if I came home late at night and I felt a bit peckish, then I would also see no problem with having crumpets then. And the 3 iterations of crumpets that I will be making now will be good examples of crumpets that you might have. So, the first thing that I will do is toast these crumpets, and then once they are toasted, I will have to move fast to make sure that what we put on top melts down properly to give us the perfect experience. So, I will go and toast these now. So, I have toasted the first 2 crumpets, and they're quite hot. So, as I said, I must work fast. The first thing I need is butter. This is good quality salted butter. It's important that you use good quality butter, as it's the only thing that is going to flavour this first crumpet. And you want to be quite generous. You see, crumpets are not supposed to be healthy things. They are supposed to be delicious things. So just putting the butter on top, and this one probably needs a little bit more, and then let that just melt a little bit. And then, now it's warmed up slightly, just spreading it on top of the crumpet. And what will become apparent when I cut these open is the structure inside these crumpets really allows whatever you put on top to melt down inside the crumpet, which is really what makes crumpets stand out as a delicious snack or meal. So, that is the first crumpet completed. The second one is slightly different. It still needs butter, but it will have one additional ingredient. Which will just elevate its flavour profile. Put that there. The second ingredient is Marmite. This one's a little bit dirty, but Marmite is, if you're not familiar, it's a yeast extract. Sounds delicious, right? And it's extremely savoury, very, very salty. And as such, you need to be quite careful with how much you add. This is maybe even too much for one crumpet, but just a little bit spread over the top like so. You don't need too much. That would be enough. Yeah. Marmite is really good if you want to make a dish more savoury, like must be generous with crumpets and get a good thick layer of whatever you're spreading on top. And I think that will be enough. It can be quite deceptive when making crumpets because some of the spread will sink down, and if you're not careful, you'll end up with more Nutella than crumpet. Although, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. And don't worry, I will clean those knives off after with my mouth. So, I will do a quick taste test, just let you know what they're like. So I'll use my sharp knife for the Nutella crumpet, which may I just say, looks stunning. So let's just cut that open, place the knife to one side, and then I will use a different knife just to make sure I don't cross any of the flavours, cross-contaminate them. You might have seen the butter just coming out of the top of the crumpet there. That means you've got enough. There we go. So, I will try them in what I believe is the correct order, which would be the buttered crumpet first. Just separate these, that is. So, just crumpet with butter. Buttery, salty, and that flavour of like a toasted bread. Now, the Marmite crumpet, you might just be able to see how the Marmite is soaked down through the crumpet there. And if you listen, it sounds delicious. The Marmite just takes it up a notch. Very savoury. If you've had one too many beers, or ciders, or glasses of wine, excellent late night snack. And then for after,